Hi, thanks for stopping by and checking out this video. Today we're going to take a look at a really cool 7-string guitar by the company Schecter. It's a Keith Merrow KM-7 Mark II. This guitar features some really nice materials for its construction. It has a flame maple top with a swamp ash body, neck through construction with a ebony fingerboard and wenge stripe reinforcements on the back of the neck. The neck profile is unbelievably thin. It's probably the closest I've played since like an old Ibanez like Ultra Wizard that I played on an iron label at one point. It's a really thin neck, and I think the profile is super cool. It's really aggressive, modern, and great for metal and playing really quick lines where you want that, very articulate, placement of your hand. Now that neck through design, it has a carbon fiber reinforcement rod inside it, and neck through in general is always one of my favorite neck joints because the glue joint is stronger really than the fibers of the wood. They can really remove a ton of wood, and the upper fret access is pretty much unparalleled on every single neck through instrument, whether it's an Ibanez or a Strandberg or anything. So this guitar is exactly in that vein. They've removed a ton of wood. Playing up on the upper frets is super easy. There's no limitations whatsoever, especially if you're trying to execute some large slidey lick. You're not going to bump into a neck joint. There's tons of room there, so I think that is a fantastic feature and something really cool to point out. The fixed bridge on this guitar is a hip shot bridge that strings through the body of the instrument, which means you're going to have great tuning stability, and it also features locking tuners on the top, so string changes are super quick, and also the tuning is really stable. It stays locked right in. It also has Keith Merrow's signature Fishman Fluence pickups. If you've never used Fishman Fluence pickups before, they're really cool. I have a set of modern Fishman Fluences in my Strandberg Bowden Metal 8. And the really cool thing about the Fishman Fluence pickups is that the way that it's designed, it's not like your traditional magnet wrapped in a copper wire. It has a different manufacturing process, and they're able to basically create pickups that are more consistent from set to set. And I think one of the best parts about them is that they're really crisp and clear, especially an instrument like this. It's clearly designed with modern, aggressive, heavy, metal riffage in mind, especially on that 7-string. If you're going to drop it down to A as well, you want your low strings to be as tight as possible, and those Fishman Fluence pickups are going to work great. I'm always really impressed with Fishman stuff in general, especially in a modern metal or heavy rock setting, and these pickups definitely don't disappoint at all. It's really cool to have a chance to check out a different set of Fishmans. The controls on this guitar are nice and simple. It's got no tone knob at all, a master volume knob with a push-pull so you can coil tap, and then a nice simple 3-way switch. I love that it's not cluttered. All of the controls are well out of the way. They know that people who are going to be playing this guitar are going to be heavy alternate pickers, and you don't want like a Fender Strat kind of a setup where your hand's going to be bumping into the controls all the time. So I love that it's nice and simple. You're playing metal, you don't need a tone knob, so don't even include it. I think that's a great idea as well, and I think it makes for a nice, simple, clean look cosmetically as well. The inlays on this guitar glow in the dark. They're offset reverse circles, and I can't tell you, as someone who's played close to 700 shows, how important glow-in-the-dark fret markers really are. There's going to be a point in the show where the lights go down, especially in a metal setting, that creates that vibe and ambiance, and with them glowing in the dark, you can be able to look down, know exactly where you're at. I've been in situations before where it's really tough to see. Sometimes that's that one other thing of performance that, can be hard to anticipate, what room to room is going to be like. So the fact that a lot of companies have switched to these glow-in-the-dark inlays is something kind of obvious, actually. I'm surprised it took so long for someone to come up with that idea, but my Strandberg has it. I had an old J custom Ibanez that had it, and it really is a game changer. It's definitely on the list of things that modern players are looking for. So now that we're about halfway through this video, if you like it, please hit like and subscribe and do all that other YouTube stuff. You know, hit the bell, leave a comment down below about what you think about how this guitar sounds. Here on our channel, we do a combination of product reviews, original progressive metal, instrumental music, and free music lessons. So if those things interest you, make sure you hit subscribe and the bell. That way you get notified about our next upload. So some of you probably noticed already that my guitar is damaged. Musician's friend did a crap job packing it when they sent it to me, and it got really badly damaged on the way. Unfortunately, one of the things was the pickup selector switch got totally destroyed, so I was only able to use the bridge pickup for this video. That said, I'll make it a modern metal track. I mean, it would have been nice to hear the neck or the middle kind of combinations and everything, but at least this gives you an idea of what the guitar looks and sounds and plays like, and I can definitely let you know that the guitar plays great, and I was very happy with it overall. The fretwork on this guitar is really well done. There's no burrs, it's super smooth, and just very playable in general. Just right out of the box, even though it got smashed in shipment, was really, really easy to play and didn't require any setup actually. I was able just to get kind of working on the track, and I was super happy with the results I ended up coming up with. The only thing I don't like about this instrument is that they did not seal the wenge strips on the neck completely, and your hand does get like a little kind of caught on it. It's just not as smooth as I was sort of expecting. It's not as smooth as the rest of the neck is finished. So that was the only thing that I didn't really like. I would have rather had them totally fill the pores of the wenge and give that a nice, smooth, really quick kind of finish. So that is one thing that I would definitely suggest you check out ahead of time if you're not sure if you're gonna like it or not. I personally hadn't played a Schecter guitar in a long time, and at a $1,500 price point, this is a fairly expensive instrument. I was very excited to check it out and very pleased to report that it plays really nice and sounds great. So if you haven't played a Schecter in a while, I would definitely say, give this one a look. You'll definitely be happy with the playability, the aggressive style of those pickups, and just the overall package. It's very modern metal. I think cosmetically this guitar looks really mean. I like it in the natural finish. I really like that overall look. I think it's really cool, and it's kind of like the Strandberg behind me, my Bowden original. It's really stripped down and looks great on stage. Different lights hit it, it's gonna change and light up different colors. So I definitely recommend checking out this guitar. If you shop around a little online, you can even find them a bit marked down and save some money. I saw them for around $1,000 actually. So I think it's definitely a great guitar to check out, especially if you're in that metal and kind of modern rock sort of veins.